Hey everybody, I'm Andrea Hill and this is Monday Love Live. I'm your conscious dating mentor and love coach. I'm here every Monday night at 6:30, except I will have a little announcement that I won't be here next Monday because I'll be enjoying Christmas and the holiday season, which I hope you will be too. But I wanted to give you one last message before Saint Nick arrives, and that's a conversation surrounding dating and honestly. Now, it dismays me a little that I need to have this conversation, but unfortunately, being someone that has written about the industry, people's behavior within the industry for well over 12 years now, it's a trend which I'm really hoping people will break, because if you do, you're going to have a way more enjoyable and rewarding romantic life, and definitely dating life. And yes, the two do go together. So I had a question recently about how transparently to share their status while dating. So if you are single, which means you've never been married. Separated, which means you've been married, but you've split from your spouse. And that can mean a myriad of things. You're taking a break, or you're in the process of moving towards getting a divorce. Or there's a divorce, which means your marriage has officially ended from who you were in union with. Or it might even be your status could be in open relationship or confused, which I hope you don't choose that as a status. But what I want to say is whatever you answer is that it's honest. And unfortunately, a lot of people are showing up, especially with online dating, and they're not being 100% honest. So they're not being forward about their status, or if they have kids or not, or what they're looking for, how tall they are, how old they are, or even where they live. Especially with this day and age with apps, there's lots of people that are traveling, they pop into town, they're not being upfront that they're from out of town, and they're just starting the whole thing on the wrong foot. So my answer to this individual, and it was an honest one, it wasn't this person trying to be sneaky, it was a person trying to get clarity. And in this instance, it had to do with being separated. Do I say I'm single or I'm separated? And I answered their question with a question, is if you need to ask whether you're single or separated, there might be some internal cleanup to do, because are you single or are you separated? The answer is easy. If you're separated, you put separated. And then if this is for online, then you would go in to expand on what that means within your profile so that you're showing up really honestly and transparently. What this does is allows you to show up in a way that's within integrity with you, which is first and foremost the most important thing, and allows you to weed through the giant haystack, especially online, of people so that they can see you honestly for who you are and decide whether or not that is for them. So right off the get-go, you are being very respectful of those that you are opening yourself up to for the potential of a date or a relationship, depending on what you're looking for, which you want to be honest about too, is that you're respecting them by saying, here I am, this is who I am, this is my situation, this is what I'm looking for, this is the kind of person I am, and if this is for you, I'd love to hear from you. But when you're hiding behind things that aren't 100% you, or you're getting wishy-washy, all you're going to get is a lot of wishy-washy back. And it's not going to feel very good, because you're attempting to start a connection with someone from a place that is in a lack of integrity. So you're not going to feel really good. I would invite that you're showing up from this place because you're out of integrity in your own relationship. This might be a clarity thing and not realizing this is actually something that you should do, but this is an invitation to do a bit of reflection as to why aren't you showing up 100%? If you're saying you're taller than you are, or younger than you are, or your status isn't upfront, or you're not being frank about what you're looking for, then you're out of alignment with yourself. There's something that is amiss in your own relationship with what your truth is. And you don't want to date from this place, because all it's going to do is create havoc further within you, and most definitely create havoc in these relationships or connections that you're trying to elicit online or in person for that matter. If you feel like you're having to play smaller or edit any part of yourself in order to gain acceptance from another person, this is not a good place to start from. This is an opportunity for you to take a step back and do some inner reflection, and perhaps even get some help from someone, because when we're living it, it's hard to see it. So if you can have someone that can guide you in figuring out where this imbalance in integrity with yourself is, the better off you'll be for it. Because remember, all healthy relationships begin with the relationship we have with ourselves. So if we're out of integrity in us, we're going to be out of integrity with a relationship with someone else, and we're going to attract others that are potentially out of integrity with them too. And that's not a great place to be. So integrity, very simply, is upholding your values even when it's uncomfortable or not easy. But when you stick to your guns and you show up transparently and you're honest about who you are and what you desire, it totally changes the landscape of your dating experience, of your romantic experience, of your love experience. This is showing up in love's energy, being honest and transparent. Transparency is an invitation and a foundational building block of intimacy. So if you truly are craving a close and connected relationship, then you need to show up in a way that is in integrity with that desire. So the invitation from tonight's live is to do a little inner reflection and think about how you've been showing up in your dating experience. If you're using online or a service or using one of the apps, are you showing up 100% you? Or are there parts of you that you are editing out or not sharing because you're concerned about judgment or acceptance? Why don't we flip that perspective to showing up fully yourself, so that the people that are your people can see you and find you and value and respect you for showing up 100% you. Not too long ago, I had someone that reached out to me and said, look, I'd love to hop on a call because I really want to share with you what my intention is. And I think it's really important that I share what my intention is, and I'd really like to know yours, because I don't want to waste your time, and I certainly don't want to waste mine. Is that cool with you? And I thought, oh my God, how refreshing that someone's coming straight out of the gates, laying their cards on the table and sharing who they are and what they want. That is hugely respectful to me and shows me through their own actions and how they show up and asking for what they need, how much they respect themselves. So right out of the gates, before even meeting this person, they are teaching me how they value themselves. It was fantastic. It's so exciting and incredibly attractive. So whether or not this person was someone that I wanted to continue forward with and potentially having a relationship, it was a great starting foundational block for us to jump off from, and invited me to show up fully and be honest as well, which is the only way I want to show up in my romantic life. My days of playing small or pretending to be something I'm not or not showing up authentically are over. Because what I have learned through my own work is that this is not how you find your people. This is how you actually keep your people at bay, how you repel them and hide behind this facade of something you think other people want, instead of dropping that mask and showing up as who you actually are. That's how you find your person. That's how you find your people. So I'd love the conversation to continue, as always, in the comments below. If this lands and resonates, weigh in, share. It's an important conversation to have. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm dismayed how many people aren't showing up authentically online, and this is what's causing the struggle in your dating experience. Please show up fully yourself, and if you're struggling in an area and it really feels like you can't, then get the support that you need in order to start dropping those things that you think you need in order to be able to be loved or accepted by someone else. As always, it begins within. And this is the biggest gift, actually, you could give yourself this holiday season. So I want to send all of you big love and a very happy Christmas. I won't be here next Monday, but I will be the following. I hope you enjoy the season and that it's filled with love and connection, because in my opinion, that's what it's really about. Big, big love.